This is How's Your Heart.
Hi guys, welcome back to How's Your Heart podcast.
Welcome back and happy Pride.
Happy Pride. Hi gay. Happy Pride. I'm Anthony Sacco.
And I'm Tico Lorenzo.
And today is June 1st,
2022
Pride month. And we are here to give you episode 11.
Dun dun dun.
But
Besides being Pride month.
Oh, here we go.
Besides it being Pride month, it is my birthday month.
Oh, yay.
Yeah, guys, don't forget, Pride isn't the only thing exciting happening this month. It's my birthday, June 12th. My Venmo is at Tico Lorenzo. You can literally find me at Tico Lorenzo anywhere. And if you want to send me a gift, I love Balenciaga.
That part. Well, we'll get there. You know, like it's a bit early. But no, I'm excited. We're gonna go have some fun. And also this might be like our last podcast for like a couple weeks.
Yeah, we're doing a summer break.
Yeah. Because a podcast on type of Tico's birthday celebration is almost impossible.
Yeah, so this is kind of our
We'll see you soon.
mid-season finale.
Literally that.
But I feel like we'll be back in July, August.
Not that long. Wow. He's over here trying to give us a 2-month break. Can you guys believe that? No, I think we'll be back at the end of June.
Okay, perfect.
I'm thinking like 2 to 3 weeks.
Okay. Sounds good.
Well, actually, also, I'm starting a new job that is going to be a full-time job, so he might be right, actually. So we'll play it by ear.
Yeah, Anthony is just going to be a busy bee.
And I'm so excited for that. I'm really excited for this new job. It's definitely a step up, as some might say. An improvement.
A glow up.
That part. So yeah, this weekend is Pride in LA, and we're gonna go to the festival, and we're gonna party and be merry and gay and show our pride and see Saucy Santana.
Yeah, I'm honestly so excited, but just already tired. You know?
Literally.
I'm so tired already. And I think it's just been, I feel like we said this in the last podcast, Anthony and I just have both been nonstop doing stuff since Coachella. So I'm really nervous that we're going to die, but whatever.
No.
I'm excited to celebrate Pride.
Yeah, me too. I feel like I haven't celebrated, no one really has celebrated Pride in so long, because last year's were just kind of still COVID, and the year before that was canceled. So
Yeah.
This is the first one back, and I'm so excited. Growing up like in my 20s, from 20 to 26, I think I went to like a Pride in different cities every year.
Wow.
And that was such a fun time. Like 1 year I did New York, 1 year I did San Francisco.
You're
I did
such
Miami.
a prideful little boy.
I was getting my gay life, and if you listen to Send Nudes podcast episode like 2, you hear about one of my stories.
Oh my god, yes. So when Anthony told me the topic of the podcast, I was like, I feel like we've talked about this already, but I was like, then doing research in my notes, and I was like, that was for Send Nudes podcast. But fun fact, you can't find Send Nudes podcast anymore anywhere.
Oh, good. I'm not mad about that.
But Anthony's story was
No. We'll leave it for that, you know? Who heard it got to hear it.
Yeah.
It's not very prideful. But I did get my life.
But anyways, before we get deeper into Pride, how is your heart, Anthony Sacco?
My heart, mi corazón. My heart is, I always try to think of like a different word other to use than good, but they just never come to me. So I'm just going to describe it instead of saying a word. My heart is like a little all over the place, but always good. Like always in a positive place these days. But it's like, I say my heart, but I also mean my mind and my life, which is my heart, I guess. Mm-hmm. But it's been good. I just got a new job, which is a plus, but then there's like little things that are not going so well. So it just goes through it. But I have a good head on my shoulders, and I'm doing things daily that keep me in that place. You know, my practices and routines. But yesterday I was like, I laughed so much about it because it's just ridiculous. I was skating.
It's better to laugh than cry.
Yeah, honestly, I didn't cry. I wanted to when I put the peroxide on, which I actually filmed and I wanted to show you because I literally was screaming in my apartment putting peroxide on. But I was skating in this neighborhood and I just like slid like a good old slip and slide. You know, I'm like excited for summer, so I guess I just wanted to slide down the road in my rollerblades. And I now have a full leg of scrapes and bruises. And this morning, I mean, I guess I should like lay and like rest my leg, but when I do lay in bed and like I'm just chilling, I have this like voice in my head that's like saying, get up, you could be doing something. And then I did go and drive to get food, and I was like, it's so pretty out. And I was like, I can't lay in bed anymore, even with my leg. So I ended up going on a hike. I worked out with this giant ass bruise. So, you know, I powered through.
Honestly,
And I think I don't like, it's not like I don't know. Hopefully I'm not like having to rest. It's just I have to take care of the scrapes.
Yes, because you're a dirty little boy.
Yeah, but yeah. So to wrap my heart up, it's great today. I'm happy right now. So
that's good.
Yeah.
Well, cheers to that.
Cheers to that.
Think.
How is your heart, Tico Lorenzo?
My heart is super good. Yeah, it's just a really easy answer this week. There's nothing else to rephrase it than really good.
And that's okay.
Yeah.
You know,
I feel like I get baby anxiety that coming onto a podcast that I have to talk about my heart. I'm like, oh my God, let me dig a little deeper and see what I can come up with how my heart is. So I'm going to give you guys the same boring answer. But I really don't, because I sometimes give really crazy answers. But this week it's a simple, my heart is good, and thank you. Next.
Okay, Ariana. No, I actually do love that because, yeah, I listened to this other podcast, On Purpose by Jay Shetty, and he asks, kind of similar to what we do, a final 5 questions, and they're meant to be short, and they're always like, I'm sorry that is so short, and he's like, no, that's perfect. Like, you don't always need to dive into everything. Simple answers will suffice at times.
We love Jay.
Shout out Jay. But speaking of that podcast, I just wanted to share something that I heard on it today, and I just wrote down this quote. I don't know if I'm ever going to get there, but that's the direction I'm headed. Meaning, like, even you don't have to like have full confidence that you're going to reach that goal, but like at least you're trying. Like at least you can say you're working towards that, manifesting that, and being motivated. I don't know. I like that.
I love that. Thank you for sharing that with us today, Aunt.
You're very welcome, Teeks.
But any hoot, to get back into our pride talk.
Any hoot? Is that what you just said?
Any hoot, yes.
Okay.
To get back into our pride talk. Funny story, this is going to be my 3rd pride only. I'm a newbie to this game.
Aww.
So I'm glad to be going with someone older, like you, to show me the ropes.
Guys, I gotta tell you, Tico has just been shady all day, like throwing these little texts at me. And shady, sassy, like he is on one tonight. Okay, well, I'm glad that I could be a wise and mature example for you this weekend.
I'm like you're little and you're my big. Funny thing.
Okay, guys.
Any hoot.
Yeah, I'm so excited for that. I'm so excited for Pride. I really think that it's important this year, especially. It's getting more and more important as I get older, honestly, because I'm caring more. I'm paying more attention to life and what it means to be gay, and just like really stand up for myself and everybody else. So I look at Pride. I used to look at it like just like a big gay party, like basically what like a circuit party is. But as of lately, I really want to like celebrate being gay and being prideful and showing that I want to be exactly who I am.
Yeah, but I was honestly Googling and doing my research, and Pride is so much more than I think most people think of it. I think that when it hits Pride, it's like, oh my God, let's party every day. Let's party every weekend. Let's throw up colors in front of our stores. Let's just put the word Pride everywhere, you know? But it is so much deeper than that. And I
Yeah.
love that you said that because it's so true.
Yeah, it's much deeper than that, and I can't wait to celebrate and be mindful of that.
Yeah.
But it's so true. Like, people put on rainbow thongs and do drugs and think it's an orgy. But, I mean, good for them. They could do that, but we're here to share awareness of what it really should be.
Yeah.
And what it is about.
Yeah. So no matter where you're celebrating, just know that there's a little bit more deeper history into it that I researched today and I didn't even know. Like, I didn't even know that.
Stonewall?
Yes.
Yeah.
Stonewall.
That's what began.
It began at Stonewall.
Black trans people.
Here I go. Even though it's not about partying, I was thinking in New York, I wonder if there's a gay club called Stonewall in New York.
It's the Stonewall Inn.
For real?
Yeah.
Fabulous.
But yeah, black trans women were the ones to lead the way. Without them, we would not be where we are. We would not have as many rights. So people need to be aware and know that. Know that. Now check that. You know?
Check that, boo.
So always be grateful to have the seat you have. Honestly, like, I look back on it and I'm always like, I want to be from like the disco era or like the hippie era or like even like later, and I'm like, no, like, we were so bad as a society towards gay people, and I wouldn't want to go back to that time. But what was I saying? Oh, we've just made so much progress and we just need to keep working at it because the people before us have really made such a dent in it. Like each year I see such a big difference with how LGBTQ plus is like being incorporated into society, whether it's a publicity stunt or like just to show fake support or to show real support. At least it's being out there, and we're just gonna take over.
Yes, but I also had a question for you. I want to know, do you actually feel like we've progressed in times like this right now versus in the 90s? Because let's say in the 90s you could have been a kid that went to school and been gay, but right now there's a bill that you can't say gay. So it's like we've progressed so much but then taken steps back. So how do you feel?
At times it does feel like we are progressing, but like this year with the Don't Say Gay bill, it seems like a huge step backwards. And then you're like, wait, are we even progressing? But I think we have made a lot of more progress. I think we're a lot more lucky than most people were like decades ago. So yeah, I would say yes, but there's still so much work to do. Like, that is a huge bill that needs to be, whatever the word is, taken away. But other than that,
Yeah, I feel like I have faith, like, us as a community, that we are bigger than that, and if we keep on working towards it, we can get like rid of that.
Yeah, to a better place. Yeah, I think we just need to everyone needs to be more vocal, and I think more people will catch along and see that it's so normal and it's none of their business if it's not normal to them. And I think that generation is going to die soon, so that's good. Like, the people that have judgments about people because they're not the way they want them to be are just so close-minded and ignorant. And I feel most of them, I mean, not so, I guess, Florida as a whole, like Texas, like, there's so many places. Yeah, we're still just tipping the iceberg when I keep thinking about, like, these things.
I think that there's just so much that's been, like, set in concrete, and we're trying to break down that concrete. So it's going to take time because there's still things that that have happened in history, and so it's just going to be a process. But everybody get on your little, what are those things called that you break the concrete with? Looks like a jumping stick, a kangaroo stick.
I know what you're talking about. I feel like the listeners know what we're talking about, but we don't. A jackhammer. A
jackhammer. Everyone just get on a cute, hard-headed hat and a jackhammer.
Bedazzle it with a pride flag.
I think mine will just be pink.
Okay. Mine will be rainbow to support breaking the heteronormative societal opinions about us.
Speaking of heteronormative, how do you feel about celebrities like, J Balvin, Bad Bunny, Harry Styles, and more that wear like skirts and paint their nails and stuff like that, do you think that it's helping the community?
I think, first of all, I think it doesn't matter what they do. I'm like, I don't care what anybody does. So if that's what they want to do, I support it wholeheartedly. And honestly, yes, I do love all of those people you named. But yes, I do think, like Bad Bunny, for instance, like in Hispanic culture, I think being gay is still a little bit, I mean, yeah, it's just
I
not
mean, yeah, I
right.
think that it's coming from a Hispanic family that it's more looked down on.
Yeah. Yeah, like my Puerto Rican grandpa would not want to know that I was gay. I don't know if he ever did, but I think Bad Bunny, for instance, like he has so many fans of every single sexuality, gender, race, whatever. And yeah, that just goes to show that he is impacting every type of person. And I love that. And they love him. So I think it is helping society look at people like people like back when Lady Gaga was doing these crazy things, people looked at her like a freak. But now like more people are doing like out of pocket looks and stuff. And I think people aren't thinking that they're freaks or weird. They're just accepting it now. That was like a long-winded answer, but I think I got there.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think that it helps everyone see that you don't have to be labeled as something to paint your nails or to change your hair color or to wear skirts or to wear anything that a normal quote unquote guy should wear. So to me, I see it as doing good.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's a good impact and show people that they could do whatever the fuck they want.
Period.
And he looks good doing it. I feel like we touched base on coming out in previous episodes, but I think I want to just dive into that a little bit more and hear about your experience, whether you had to come out, whether you didn't come out, whether how it was perceived and taken and how that was for you.
Yeah. I feel like I never really had to have like a sit down meeting with each of my family members and be like, look, this is who I am, this is what I like, this and this and this. And I think that I'm grateful to just have such a loving and opening family that I never had to feel the need to do that, you know? So yeah, I think that has just been my experience. I've never really had to have a sit down with someone and be like, hey, by the way, I'm gay, not straight, not this, not that. And I feel like that's something that I would love to see in general for the world, not to have people so scared about having a conversation and having that fear that they don't have it in them to be like, hey, mom and dad, I'm gay. I really have never liked labels in general. So, yeah, I don't know. I just think that is really weird. Like, I don't think straight people have to do it. I don't think that when you're straight, you wake up one day and go, hey, mom, dad, hey, grandma, grandpa, hey, sisters, hey, brothers, I'm straight.
Yeah.
So it shouldn't be fair that we would have to go through that when they don't have to go through that. And I think that that's just breaking the norm.
Yeah, I agree. I don't want people to have to come out.
Because I think for the most part, that is the scariest part of some people coming out, you know?
Yeah.
To someone's family's eyes, you can look so straight, but at nighttime when you're going out and like living your best life, I think that's when people get depressed and sad because in the morning when they wake up, or not even going out at night, just being who you are and like experiencing that and then having to go into a household that's not so accepting. It just, I don't know. It's sad.
It's so unfortunate. It is really sad. And luckily I had also very supportive parents, but growing up I think I kind of was forced to come out. My mom asked me when I was 18.
Wait, like she sat you down and was like, "Hey, Aunt, are you gay or straight?"
No, I was at my grandparents' house, and it was literally just my grandparents and my mom and me. And we left dinner, and as we were leaving, my grandpa was like, "Hey, next time you're," because I was visiting from Miami when I was going to college, and my grandpa was like, "Hey, next time you come, I want to see you with a girlfriend." I think he knew, like, maybe, probably. And so then we get in the car, and my mom's like, "Hey, why isn't it that you don't have a girlfriend or never bring a girlfriend?" And I was like, "Are you really asking me that? Like, I think this is what I said to my knowledge. Are you really asking me that? You really don't know?" And she's like, I just didn't want to say it. I still wouldn't say it. And she kind of, I think I eventually said it. But this was on the drive home from my grandparents' house, which was 5 minutes. And then we were sitting in the parking lot, the driveway of my house. And I remember my mom was like sobbing, and it was traumatizing. It was literally so traumatizing, and I was so like sad after that for a very long time. But then we go inside, we stop talking in the car, and we go inside, and then she comes up to my room, and then we had like a 20-minute talk, and it didn't get any better. It was still very sad, and but luckily, literally that day, from that day on, nothing ever was awkward, or she just grew to understand it, and now I couldn't ask for a better mother. I could never not, throughout my whole life, even during that, I could not ask for a better mother, but now she doesn't care. And it was quick. It was like a month. And then I remember like a year later, my dad found out. My mom definitely kind of told him, but I think I think he was asking questions, but they came home, and I was sitting in the living room, and they came home from like day drinking, and she was in the kitchen. She was just like, "And just tell your dad," and she was like crying, and I'm like, "Mother," like I was literally so mad at her, but I didn't even have to say anything. He literally just, he knew already, because he knew what she was referring to. And he just came over and hugged me, and he was crying, and he was like, "I don't care." He was like, "I love you. You, like, I can't believe you didn't want to tell me." And I was more scared to tell him than her.
Oh, I literally have goosebumps.
But no, I have the best parents ever. I cannot even compare it to other people's experience, like being uncomfortable. I definitely felt that. But where I was going with this is that even after coming out to them, it took me another 2 to 3 years to really come out to myself. And that's when I was finally able to say I was gay. Like, it took me so long, and I think that was because of society and just what I wanted for myself and what I wanted for my parents. Like, in my mind, I thought maybe I could end up with a girl, or like maybe I could just force myself. But luckily, thankfully, I moved to Miami, because like, imagine I stayed in Orlando, like maybe I would still be in the closet. Not my gay ass, but in Miami just really showed that it was okay to be gay, because I saw such a different culture around me and experienced, I was 20 when I moved there, so I just like really experienced gay world and accepting being gay. But it just sucks that people are raised in a place that is so close-minded, and they don't even know what outside world is like until they're older, or maybe never. So
Yeah,
I'm
for
just
sure.
grateful.
It's honestly, we're so fortunate to be living, especially now in a place like LA, that everything is so open. And I think LA has so much to do with me and my personality so much, because yes, I'm from Miami, and although like growing up things there weren't like, oh, like so gay, and then moving at such a young age, I was able to experience and see things on my own and just grow into my own self. So yeah, it really is sad that some people will never be able to get out of those small towns and never see the bigger picture. But I just hope that one day they will. And like, if you are home struggling, just know that you're doing everything for yourself, and that there is a light at the end of the tunnel.
Yeah, I think where you grow up really has an effect on you and has a shape on you. I see it firsthand. Like, I am from a place that is less open-minded, and I moved to 2 different places that Miami was 1 step, but this was like taking 5 more steps, 10 more steps in the direction of a place I want to live. So yeah, get out if you can. But if you can't, just know that you're not alone. There are so many people that love and accept you and cheer for you and root for you.
Yeah. There's like a lot of things that you can do, I feel. Like if you are in need of help, I feel like there's different Facebook groups you can join. And honestly, even social media, I think that we talk really bad upon and it really can get to you. But I think that social media also does have a way of connecting people from all over the world. So just look out for that too.
That is such a great thing that I forgot about. Because during that time I was on Tumblr, and I just saw so many gay people, to the point that I met people and I went to New York with a person I met on Tumblr. I met people in the same city that I was from Tumblr, and like had actual gay friends. Like, I had a gay boyfriend that I met on Tumblr. Like, without these internet connections at a young age, I mean, be careful, yes, always beware of everything, but no, I see it still to this day. There's so many guys on Twitter that I see that I know are from different cities, and then they're together, and I'm like, that is so cute, like, that people are that close from an internet friendship. I mean, it's possible. I don't do it, but good for y'all.
Yeah.
I support it and think it's so cute.
Yeah. There's a good online community for us.
Yeah, so if you are in a small town, go online. Engage in conversations. So, do you have any advice for young people that are scared to come out?
You know, I think that the best advice I think that I would give is to just speak your truth. I think that it would be better to be vocal about how you feel, what's going on, than to keep it in, even though the outcome may not be what you want it to be. I think that there'll be a slight relief in who you are as a person. And you know, I don't want to say that I'm giving the best advice right now because I have never been in a situation like that. Yeah, I really, it's just really sad to picture that. And I'm sorry if this advice isn't what you're looking for, or if you have gone through something like that and my advice wouldn't have worked. Like, I'm sorry,
Yeah, this is your advice for you.
Yeah, this is just my opinion and what I would give a dear friend of mine.
Yeah, and that's perfectly fine.
How about you?
I agree to speak your truth. But to do that, I would say trust your instincts. And that's something that, as a 28-year-old person, I'm still learning to do. Like, trust your instincts. What you feel and what you want is the way to live. So whether or not your parents want that for you or other people, trust your instincts, and that will set you free, I think, which is speaking your truth. I think never hide behind anybody's opinions or other things. And this is coming from someone that did do this, so like, yeah. I'm on the other side of it. I didn't trust my instincts. I did care about what my parents thought. So these are 2 different experiences, and we're kind of saying the same thing. So speak your truth, trust your instincts, and the truth will set you free, as someone once said. It sucks that people have to go through these things. One day it will be as if everyone's straight. I mean, one day it will be as if gay people have to come out like straight people do, which they don't. So we don't, you know?
Yeah, we literally don't. Nothing needs labels. Labels are trash.
And also, like, fuck what anybody thinks. At the end of the day, you're living your life for you, nobody else. So if somebody else has this opinion about you and your gayness and whatever the fuck you want to do, or if you want to be if you feel like you're non-binary or trans, like, who gives a shit about what anybody thinks? I'm still struggling with that. I mean, I think a lot of people feel like they care what other people think, but at the end of the day, when you really think about it, yourself is all that matters. Like, who cares? So be yourself.
Be yourself.
Be yourself. So, Tico, Lorenzo, what does pride mean to you?
Pride to me just means to be proud of who you are. Like, be prideful that you have made it and that you've been able to just be who the fuck you want to be. And just be nice to people and welcoming to everyone and just be you.
Retweet.
You, Ant. What does pride mean to you?
I think being prideful means to stand in your truth and to just 100% be yourself and to support it and back it up and just be 100% about it, about being gay and being who you are and celebrating it, being proud of it, loving it. Just screaming from the rooftops, I am gay, I love men, I love dick. I'm just kidding. But
or you can
just
say I love women.
yeah, that. I was just
vagina.
talking for myself. Yes, I love vagina. But yeah, just being really proud. I can't wait for it. Like, I even love the parades. People downplay the parades, but it's just like, yeah, look at all these people that are just.
Also, I think it's so nice to see and important that our girlfriends this year like want to be a part of it, and
allies.
You know, they're allies, and they're like, hey, what day are you going? Like, we want to go, we want to join, we want to support. I think it's so important to see
those type of people
in your group show up and show support and show out.
Yeah, more people like that in the world, please, because
yeah,
once the straight people show their allyship and it's not just queer people, then others follow along and see that, wow, if this person is kind to these gay people, I guess I can too. I don't know, things like that.
We're all in this together.
As High School Musical once said. Well, guys, I hope you stay prideful this month and really celebrate. And if you're not gay, please support your LGBT friends and family and people that are in your life and just show some support. This morning, I woke up to a text message from my 19-year-old sister that said, Happy Pride, I love you.
Aww.
Like, I never imagined that she would do that in a million years. But that just goes to show that the younger generations are here to stay and here to be vocal and here to be supportive. And that's how y'all need to be. And if you don't have those family members, educate them maybe. Yeah. I mean, educate them maybe, because maybe that's just what they're missing. Maybe they just don't really know and they just have this assumption. You know, you have to give ignorant people sometimes not the benefit of the doubt, but give ignorant people a lesson. Yeah,
we have to show and give those examples so more people can follow. And especially with the older generation that's not so onto pop culture or so onto just modern day news, it's our job to educate them and show them. And as well to younger people. I mean, you know, I have nephews and nieces. Like, I need to make sure that they're learning in the right footsteps because they are the newer generation.
Yeah, evolving with the times.
Yeah.
But thank you guys for listening to this episode of How's Your Heart podcast. This was How's Your Heart Pridecast. You could find us on Instagram and Twitter. And please leave us a review.
And 5 stars.
We love you guys. Happy Pride Month. Be prideful. Tell someone you love them. Ask them how's their heart. I'm Anthony Sacco.
And I'm Tico Lorenzo.
We'll see you next time.
Bye.